Hi everyone, thank you for joining. We're going to kick off just in 1 minute. Yeah, just a second. Okay, so there are not too many people right now in the room because I'm gonna introduce Ron, who will kick off the session. 10 things I wish I would knew before starting a project with Matomo Analytics. Guess it's gonna be super exciting. And Ronan, here's the stage is yours.
Hi there, Julia, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you well.
Oh, great. So the microphone is working. So that's wonderful. I'm quite excited as well. As you can see, there are a lot of people attending. I wish there could be at least one person, and we are 5 attendees, so it's 5 more than what I expected. So, wow, I'm so happy. Can I just start? Yes?
Yeah, it's fine. It's for me. Just to clarify, do you have a share ability? So can you pull your slides? Please check for me.
Yeah, I have some slides. I have a lot of stuff that I can show.
Okay, sounds good to me. Yes, you can go ahead. Yeah.
All good. So full screen, and that should be all right. Julia, can you tell me if you can see millions of screens?
Exactly. This is
Oh,
what I see right now.
great. So thank you all for choosing this conference. I will definitely do my best in order to make it valuable. So to give you a lot of insightful information. So the topic of today is 10 things I wish I would have known before starting a Matomo Analytics project by myself, so Ronan Chardonneau. It's just another lazy conference, to be honest, in the sense that, as you can see, the slides are just black and white. I was just thinking about what can I show to the Measure Camp without like spending days in in making the slides. And I said, okay, where should I have high value added information to share with the community? And this is where this topic comes into my mind. So it's going to be really insightful, a lot of valuable information that I will share with you that you will probably not see anywhere. I will say mostly written on websites, or that's let's say consultants in general will share with you. So the idea is, of course, to give you information, pieces of information that you will find nowhere else dealing with Matomo. About myself, I'm just not going to go through everything that I've done so far, because you can already find us on the internet. I'm just going to talk about the recent project that I'm currently running for, which are of high value for you. So I'm currently the team leader of a project named Matomo Camp. So this is very fresh. This is something that you can already find on the internet. If you go on matomocamp.org, it's something that we are building up with the Matomo community and a lot of friends passionate, so as I'm, about Matomo Analytics. This event, Matomo Camp, so kind of like Measure Camp, will be the first event online dedicated to Matomo Analytics, gathering all the community with conferences, with workshops, and so on and so forth. Currently, we are at the design stage. So you can go on matomocamp.org, just click here on Help Us Design the Event, and fill in this survey. We have currently 250 respondents. The idea, of course, is to get as many as possible, but probably 250 is enough in order to already make the big decisions that we are going to take next week. So it means that in the coming weeks, we will fully release the date of the event. We will do the call for the speaker and so on and so forth. But just to let you know that this is the big thing which is happening within the Matomo community. This is the launch of the first online big event dealing with Matomo Analytics. It's coming soon, and I hope in 2021. Another project that I'm currently running for that you may be interested in is a project that I recently developed, which is called very originally RonanChardonneau.digital, and it's a set of 250 websites around the world in order to find out some partners, local partners who want some help in order to deploy their Matomo, let's say, set of services on their local market. So to say, the idea is, of course, that I can help all those partners locally to deploy Matomo services on their market. So this is one big project that I'm managing. As well, recently be hired by the French government in order to be international expert for France about free software. So it means representing free software within the French government. I'm as well the creator of the Floss Marketing School project. So people who know me already heard about it, but it's all the classes that I'm releasing. So I'm a university professor. I'm releasing on this website all the classes that I'm doing dealing with digital marketing and free software. So let's imagine that you are interested in having a free course about Matomo Analytics. You can find on this website for free all the content that I publish, including the videos, including as well the text, including as well passing a certification program about Matomo Analytics, but as well about other technologies. For example, this morning we had a great conference about Metabase, and Metabase is as well a class that you can find over here, dealing with data visualization. Next big thing about myself and the news is that I'm currently running international interviews about SEO. So if you are from a specific country, which is not listed here, such as Russia, Poland, United Kingdom, Netherlands, feel free to contact me. And what I'm doing is I'm running interviews on YouTube in order to spread the word about how to do international, let's say, marketing SEO in particular for your respective country. So it's just a set of questions that I'm drafting, sending to you in advance, and then I can interview you online, and of course make this interview visible in order for people to find you as a potential partner for your market. I as well have been reconducted at my university until 2003, so I'm training armies in digital marketing. This is what I'm doing. I'm as well working now, training myself since now I'm entering within the third year in order to run at the next Veteran Olympics in Japan. I recently have been interviewed on the radio about Matomo Analytics. You can find the full interview over here. Unfortunately, that's in French. And you can find all the rest on the web. Julia, can you confirm me that you can still hear me fine?
Absolutely.
Okay. So the topic of today is about Matomo Analytics. So for the one who have no idea what is Matomo Analytics, I'm just going to do it briefly. It's digital analytics and free software solution, which have been created back in 2007 because the creator of Matomo couldn't find an alternative to Google Analytics as a free software. So here the big word to understand is free software. So free software is a software which is ruled by four main freedom, which are the possibility to study the program, which are the possibility to redistribute it, which are the possibility to make a copy of it. And the fourth freedom, I don't know, we're gonna see it later on within the within the conference, but this is what a free software is about. It's a software for which there are freedoms associated to it. If you want to know more about it, you can just go on matomo.org, or you can even play with demo.matomo.org that you can find fully accessible over here and translated in many different languages. So I'm pretty sure that you will find the one which suits the most your expectation. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to give you the 10 things that I'm seeing really on the market. So but myself, I'm a consultant, I'm a trainer on Matomo Analytics, so I train agencies who want to sell Matomo services on their market. And as well, I'm doing a bit of consulting, which is more about defining a measurement plan, implementing it, doing quality and assessment, and so on and so forth. Honestly, the first thing that I'm saying, which is clearly making the difference when I'm training an agency, or an analyst who would like afterward to know Matomo, train himself about it, and sell service about it, is that the main mistake that they are doing is that they think that Matomo Analytics is about going on matomo.org, using the cloud service or any web hosting platform which is providing some Matomo already installed on the server, and they think that their work start from here, and they think that they just need to apply exactly what they did with Matomo Analytics, Matomo Tag Manager, or other solution, which is about understanding how the UI is working and understanding a bit of the documentation in terms of tracking code implementation. And that's the biggest mistake that they can do. Matomo starts as installing it, and you cannot really understand Matomo until you review the installation doc, which is not that complicated because it has exactly the same DNA as a WordPress. So to say, it's a MySQL database. It's using the technologies that are the most known. So MySQL, PHP, and MariaDB. So it's the technology which are, let's say, the most common, and that's the thing. So you need to understand one thing, is that Matomo is a server software. So it's something that you download from somewhere, and you should of course download it from the official website. So you have to go from here, you have to click over here, you have to download it. So this zip file, and then you need to take a web server to any web hosting platform that you can find over here. So of course there will be a cost associated to it. You can start with a very low cost, such as 30 euros of hosting per year, 50 euro. And or you can also decide to install it locally. Typically, this is what I did over here. I have my Matomo database, which is installed locally, but it starts from here. If you don't install it on your own in order to hack it, in order to see what's inside, you are screwed. It means that you're not going to understand probably the most important part about Matomo, which is self-hosting, understanding the flow of data, and so on and so forth. So typically, that's the biggest mistake that you can do. So you have to go through the installation process, which is really well detailed. You have a lot of documentation. But you have to go through it. If it sounds like techie for you, well, take the time. I mean, there's no rush. No one is asking you for the installation to be finished at the end of the day or at the end of the week. If it's too complicated, you just stop at step number 2. You have a good cup of coffee. You do something, you do some research in order to try to understand what they're saying you over here, what is an FTP, and so on and so forth. Please don't use Docker. Docker is a solution which can help you install it very easily. The point is that Docker is a great thing, but it won't tell you the full story. And what you clearly need to understand is the hardware part, is the software part, and how to install it. So really that's critical. Compared to other free software or open source technologies, really Matomo is not that difficult to set on. Second thing that I'm seeing a lot, which is mostly where the salesperson is going to screw the project, it's the license terms, because this is exactly where Matomo stands compared to the other. Most of the time, salespeople will try to, or marketing people will try to compare Matomo with other tool feature by feature. So as in Google Analytics you have segments, or in Matomo you have segments, so they are equal. Next feature is custom alerts, and so on and so forth. That's really the one of the biggest mistake as well, because the license terms clearly here are diametrically different. I mean, Matomo is a free software, which means that this is a software that you own once you are downloading it. Okay, it's your own property. So it's like you are purchasing a house, or at least that you own a house, compared to Google Analytics or any other proprietary solution for which you are renting a house. Okay, so it's two things which are totally different, and this is where all the added value and where all the differences are lying. So even if it's not that sexy, at some point you need to understand that our job goes more, it goes beyond than just the analytical part. It's about as well law, it's as well about security, it's as well about hardware. And this is where you will land on the GPL v3 license, which is in fact the license which is running the way that Matomo is set. And this is where you get the clear definition of what it means when you are taking in hand, in fact, this software, what you have the right to do. And in fact, you have the right to do everything that you want, compared to any other proprietary solution on which there are settings straight away within the condition of use some borders. So here, the best thing that you can do is as well take a good cup of coffee, print out the GPL v3 license, compare it with the condition of use of any other proprietary solution that you have out there, and this is where you would clearly understand what is Matomo Analytics. I'm saying this for Matomo Analytics, but of course it applies to many other open source and free software projects that you can find out there. The big thing is that most of the time those software are on GitHub, so you just need to go on each time on the software in itself and just look over here. You have the license terms, and this is where you can see as well sometimes that some solution, even if they claim themselves as let's say open source, so to say ethical solution, well, in terms of rights that they are giving you, it's not the same thing as what we call a free software, on which really the software belong to you. So that's really the second biggest thing. The two that I just show you are really the most important thing, because this is where it stands for. Third one is the one that's commercial will not tell you. It's about when you go for Matomo, think about long-term strategy. Okay, imagine that you are an agency, you are a consultant, and you want to make a living out of Matomo. In my case, I started back in 2011. From 2011 to 2015, I'm not living at all from revenues from Matomo. I'm just making like 2,000 euro a year, 5,000 euro maximum. And it's in 2015 that I'm making the bet that I can create something, a business based on Matomo, and I succeed to do it. And even it was not at that time, 2015, like 100%, it was probably like 30% or something like this. And then it's from 2017 that I definitely succeed to do it. And strangely, I can see that with the different partner that I'm training right now, is that it's not working straight away. In fact, the time that I'm training them, even if they start to have some clients, like 2 or 3, well, it's not like going massive. It's not like 3 are making other to come and so on and so forth. It's really taking like long term. And I set it like takes about 2 years in order to really start to make sufficient businesses in order to get your team with enough work, and like they are crowded and say, okay, we have too much, and then we need to hire people to get extra help dealing with Matomo. But for 1 year and a half, I can tell you that they have a lot of doubts that they can develop an activity based on Matomo. So it's you have to think long term. It's not like Google Analytics where it's super sexy and that you can start to sell stuff straight away. Strangely, in my case, like there's weeks on which I get like one lead every day, and there are like weeks on which I'm getting nothing, just someone with just a bit like cold feet, and then on some days I'm just getting two straight away. So it's really about long term things. It's seasonal activity as well. So like there are like during the last 2 months, I didn't get that much activity, and now it's starting back, and then it will stop for the vacation, and then end of the year is really where there's a big stuff coming on. So think on each time long term. So it means that getting your clients will take you a lot of time. In my case, sometimes it takes like 2 years. So even if, of course, from a sales process, you need to make some follow-up and stuff like this, don't consider that because someone is not telling you yes right now, that they are not going to give you a yes like 2 years after, because most of the people using Matomo, at least in my case, most of the time public administration, government, ministries, and that kind of thing, it really takes some time, up to 2 years. As well, think long term is about invest into your avatar on the forum and on GitHub, because in fact the login and password that you are going to use on those, well, you're going to keep them for a very long time in order to make yourself known, in order for people to trust you, and so on and so forth. So don't see Matomo like take it and throw it away if it does not bring you any business soon, because it's really a long process, but it's far worth the try, because what it can bring you in terms of knowledge, it's extraordinary. So yeah, just to let you know that most of the time when you start a Matomo project, it starts with a pain most of the time. Fourth pieces of advice, really understand GitHub. So GitHub is the place that Matomo choose in order to host the source code. GitHub is not like KFC or McDonald's. It means that it's not like, okay, you post something on there and then you leave away and you don't follow up your ticket. It's really about, okay, I need to clearly understand what the Matomo community, Matomo developer expect from me as an issue, as a ticket producer. So here you have the list of all the tickets. It's public, so you can access it without any issue, with all the features which are requested, or all the bugs which are asked to be fixed, all written by people like you and I. And of course, for those tickets, you need to be as detailed as possible. You need to follow up those tickets, because the Matomo team is going to look at it and they're going to decide if they want to pick it up or not. So of course, if you write something like, you know what is your issue, but it has not been read by a third-party player, then probably the Matomo team is not in your head, so they are not going to understand what you want to say. So be as described as possible. Try to really make yourself understandable in order for them to be able to understand how critical this feature is in order to implement it. Have as well some friends, so some people who can as well push the ticket and say that this feature is highly asked, because you are in competition with 1,800 other tickets of people who want a bug or want an enhancement, and so on and so forth. So you really need to be able to have a ticket which stands from the others. So you need to be clear, it needs to be easy to implement. You need already to give some clues about how to implement it, and so on and so forth. So by chance, GitHub and the Matomo team did a great job. So it's kind of just need, in fact, to follow the different guidelines that they're telling you in order to make your point across. But that's really important. And once someone is giving you an answer, you really need to be able to help them. This is clearly what we can see over here. You see, so you have someone who writes something over here, and then you need to when someone is answering you, you need really to push it in order to be able to make the difference at the end of the day. I'm still looking at the time. I have like 7 minutes left. 5 pieces of advice that I can give you is test, learn, and share. That's definitely as well. One key thing is that Matomo is not a perfect software. Okay, so do not expect to have the same level of quality as the other tool that you have out there, because that's not at all the same thing. What the Matomo team is trying to do is like, it's extraordinary. You can imagine it's like creating a common service, it's common good based on what one of the most popular company in the world have made with the most brilliant engineers. So it's, of course, it's perfectible. I mean, there are like stuff which should be improved. And for this, you need to be part of the community of the people who are pushing out the modification, asking for bug correction. Matomo is as well about a community. So that's not the place in which you are just saying, okay, Matomo is shit and blah, blah, blah. No, this is clearly where you have your responsibility because Matomo is a common good. So this is where you need as well to, I mean, provide your help. What is great with Matomo is that it offers far more project possibilities than proprietary project. And this is what I loved with Matomo, is that my first client was for an intranet and for one of the most powerful company in France. And I can tell you that when you are coming from a world in which it's about public websites, easy stuff, easy documentation, and when you have your first project, which is like super techy, which is about not tracking visitors, but tracking employees of an internal company, well, that's definitely something which is totally different from what you that you are seeing every day. And most of the projects that I'm dealing with Matomo are in fact all those hidden projects that you never see anywhere else. And this is where this is just wonderful because it's full of new technologies, of new concern, of new people to help. And as well, there's like a full category that we never see as a traditional analyst, which is system administration, which is about server deployment and stuff like this. And this is really where you say, okay, I'm going to have some work for the next 10 years because there are so many things to do. I think I have 5 minutes left, Julia, am I right?
Yes, you are absolutely right. And nice questions from Sebastian and Lauren. Do you want to go through the questions?
I would rather prefer to just finish, or at least just the title. And I will go through the question, I swear.
Okay, so you have 4 more minutes.
Okay, so 6 point is do not consider that it's like WordPress. It's the same DNA, but it's different. Okay, so just keep it in mind. It's not Google Analytics as a free software, so do not expect exactly the same feature. Build your Matomo expert network because you cannot do everything on your own. Okay, so don't accept a project fully on you. You need to have. It's not about your internal team. It can be, of course, about subcontractor, but you need to have those guys with you because it's the expertise required with Matomo is big. Okay, it's huge. Put your hands within system administration, which means that if you don't know what hardware, what a server is in terms of hardware, well, better start to learn. And understand as well the free software philosophy, which is like you cannot come and steal from the community. It's about they give you something, so you have to give something back. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and look at the questions, question and answers.
Okay, so the first one is from Lauren. So I could see that the Matomo is GDPR compliant. What about collecting data about traffic without consent? What is the difference with Google Analytics?
Well, this question is, I guess, a bit tricky in the sense that it depends on the market on which you are playing with. Or at least in my case, I'm just going to put it in the French way. So in France, the privacy commissioner set an exemption of consent for Matomo. So it means that if you have Matomo on your website, you are not required to get the consent of the visitor in order to start collecting data about him or her, compared to Google Analytics, on which you need to have the explicit consent. I would say that's the thing, but then according to the market on which you are, it seems that in UK it's different, on which either you have Matomo or Google Analytics. In all cases, you need to have an explicit consent for the user. So here, I think your best shot is really to ask to the privacy commissioner of the market that you are targeting, because they are definitely different. I mean,
thank you,
some privacy commissioner do not want to take responsibility or giving any names or anything like this. Some others are doing it. It really depends. Here it's per market. So I can just say for me. But the big difference, I will say, dealing with Google Analytics is that, okay, you visit a website like john.fr, you expect to have john.fr collecting your data. So why on earth are you sending the data to a third-party player like Google Analytics? Whereas with Matomo, as Matomo is installed on the same server as john.fr, well, of course, people visiting john.fr are always the data sent to john.fr, which from a privacy, which is more respectful, I would say. Next question is, can you share the presentation? Yes. I don't know if it's recorded or not, but if it's not...
It is, but I'm not sure if it's the video will be shared. Not sure about it.
Yeah, so in any case, Antti Isa, you can just add me on LinkedIn, and then I will send you the presentation straight away. Probably that's going to be the quickest way. Sebastian, hi. Have you tried to migrate Matomo's raw data to a data warehouse like BigQuery? So not BigQuery, but there's a guy, so it's open source politics. You can look for it on GitHub of Metabase. And Metabase is the equivalent, let's say, of Google Data Studio, but as open source. And they are developing a connector released for free in order to inject all the Matomo's database to Metabase. Last question, ever use an external visualization tool with Matomo? The big challenge right now is really to use it with Metabase. As I said, Redash is giving better results, but Redash is a bit less used than Metabase. Playing with external visualization tool is not an issue. The issue is to play with a free software tool, because the thing is that if you export the data, which are, let's say, privacy compliant with Matomo, it's not about injecting it within a GAFAM technologies, or at least the whole thing is to have the whole spots, which is protected and self-hosted. And the prime today is that the open source, or at least free software solutions in terms of data visualization, are not integrating much technologies such as Matomo, but as I say, it's just around the corner.
Thank you, Ronan. Hey, everyone, let's thank Ronan for the presentation. So if you like the presentation, please connect to Ronan on the LinkedIn. Thank you, everyone. Let's wrap up and see you on the next
Thank you very much for joining. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.